Alright guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Be a GM Mode. I am your general manager, Mark Justra, and the Vancouver Canucks, we just finished signing. We tendered some offers to some of our RFAs. We actually re-signed some of our pending UFAs. Most notably, re-signing our goaltender of the future, Corey Schneider, to a 3-year, $4.7 million contract per season. So we're looking at 13.5 mil right there tied up for him for the next 3 seasons. But he is our goaltender of the future. Super excited to have him on board again. We also re-signed Mason Raymond, and that's about it. So now we're heading on to the best time of year, free agent frenzy. And I'm actually not really sure who we want to target, if anybody, but we're going to see maybe if we can get our hands on somebody. We have a little bit of money to spend. We can always try and trade in the offseason and shut off some of that cap to make some room for these players. So let's just hop right into it real quick and see. So our Pro Scout is online. Just an FYI, I've updated our trade block based on the re-sign phase and rookie draft. So let's head on over to our trading block and see what he did. So we don't really want any future picks right now. Our trade block. So right now we are wanting a defense top 4. This is what I set before. Top 6 defensemen. These are all like depth defensemen right now. Those are our wants. Our surplus is at forward with those potential. We got some forwards, more forwards, defenders. So on the trading block, we tendered that offer to Dale Weiss. Haven't heard back from him yet. So he's still on the block. Also, Chandler Stevenson, who is one of the guys that we drafted, is on the block as well, which is fine. So that's fine. So basically, let's use our phone. Let's go to, what do we got? We got a GM tracker. We've got our contracts. We got transaction news. Let's take a quick look. No details are available yet. Okay. All these qualifying offers. A lot of qualifying offers out there right now. So we'll back on out of there. Review your salary cap situation. Let's see where we're at real quick. We got $6.7 million to spend. That's fine. We're good. We've tendered some offers. I think we're in good place right now. If I were to... Can I not back on out of here? Why can't I back on out of here? Huh? Go to our GM tracker then. Re-sign player with an overall between 85 and 99. So these are some of our tasks, I guess. So why don't we do that? So are we going to sign somebody to a long-term deal right now? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I mean... if we were to go to overall here, we need to sign somebody 85 or over. Really, that's Hammer, Eddie, Kess, or the Sedins. And right now, I mean, Edler is coming up. We could re-sign him long term. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Let's lock him up now. He is our big boy. So why don't we? Can I do that? I can't. These are just contract statuses. That's fine. That's fine. Earn 300 GM. Yes. Qualify for the playoffs. Fine. Fair deal. Still don't have enough TP available to go ahead and upgrade anything. Why can't I get on out of this? I would very much like to get off my phone. Can I not hang up? Hang up phone. There it is. Got it. Okay. So why don't we go to our menu? We got to take a look at some of the free agents out there right now. So we're into July. Let's take a look at our free agents. What is this? Team interest? No. Okay. All right. So here, looks like some people have already been signed. It looks like guys like Zach Parise and Suter have been signed. I'm actually interested now to see where they went. What do we got? Oh, transaction news. Wanted this. Let's go down here. All teams. So, where... I don't want all filters. Free agent. So, there haven't been. I am confused now. They've got all these contract renewals, qualifying offers, player and pick trading, free agency. Nothing has happened. So I'm wondering why I'm not seeing a guy like Zach Parise. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can go ahead and take a look at some players here. Who do we want to bring in, though, that is even worth the money? We're dealing with a lot of older guys here, looking for some few-year contract. I mean, a lot of older guys here. I would like somebody that's a little bit younger, although I'm not too... I wouldn't be opposed to bringing in a little bit of... what's the word I'm looking for here? What's that word I'm looking for here? A little bit of leadership. So an older player might do that for us, but... I really want to, let's see what we got here. Bruno Gervais, top 6D you're looking for. Alright, I'm more interested right now, because we're losing Salo. We need to be interested in defenders, don't we? Let's prioritize right here. Let's drop in our overall. Obviously Salo is gone. There's always Colin White, not too interested. Greg Zanin, older. A lot of these guys, I do not want to bring an SOB back. No, thank you. Bruno Gervais, is he a New York Islander previously? I mean, he's got some decent shooting. He's got decent puck skills. His defensive skills are a little lacking, but his senses are there. Louis Joe Corvo, a little bit older again. Bobby Sanguinetti, he's looking for a top 2. He's young. What kind of potential are we dealing with? 2.5 stars. No thank you, my friend. No thank you. Craig Rivet, Brian Fahey, Matt Karkner. I mean, this is pretty thin right now in terms of defensemen available. Matt Smaby, what a name. What a name. If anything, I mean, these are all minor top 2s right now. So we're not really looking for that. We want to go to kind of like the cream of the crop. Colin White, how old? 34. He's got, I mean, this is tough. We got to replace Sammy Salo. I'm thinking that Greg Zanin's probably the kind of guy that we'd be picking up right now. I don't want Brent Sopel. Don't want to be bringing him back, to be honest with you. No SOB. Bruno Gervais is actually not a bad option. He's younger. He's got some good, decent potential. He's got some good skills as it is. I mean, you look up kind of the points he's putting up. Not too many points, but obviously, I think he was playing in New York and on the Islanders. His plus minus isn't going to be too hot. So he's an option. I'm thinking maybe Bruno Gervais, Greg Zanin. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he's had some tough seasons, but he's not really a big point. He's not going to replace the Sammy Salo. But Salo is asking way too much for his age, and I can't do it. So I think what we'll do, why don't we go ahead? I want to give Bruno Gervais an offer. I want to see what he's interested in. So there's no other teams interested in him. I'm not too worried about offering something a little lower, a one way, and maybe we'll pop it up at a 1.395 for 2 years. Gives us some time to work out RD. So let's just shoot him that offer. He's currently checking out his options. We'll advance today. We'll see what we get here in terms of movement. So let's see. Let's advance another day. There's really nobody else I'm super interested. We got a trade offer. Interesting. So there's a defender, an older defender in Bryce Salvador. He's looking for our left winger Bill Sweat and our second round pick in 2013. So why don't we? Is there any way that I can take a look at what we're getting here? Nope. Oh, did I lose it? Did I lose the trade offer? Sure did. You know what? Let's try and advance today. I bet you I lost it. I didn't reject it. I'm wondering if there's an option for trade somewhere. There's got to be. Simulating. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. We'll sim up another day. See what happens. Anything? We should actually go take a look. Okay, so Bruno Gervais took it. Okay, cool. So, let's break on out. I think what we need to do is just take a quick look at our roster real quick. And in terms of our roster, we can't look at our lines yet, which is kind of a bummer. We got to stick within the GMs. So, I pretty much, let's see what we got in trade negotiation. Trade players. I don't need to trade anybody. There's our trading block. We're fine. We're kind of all over the place trying to figure out what we need to do next. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our centers here. Obviously, we're going to go with our top-rated player. So we got, I mean, down the middle, we're pretty much set. We've even got Schrader, who can come in for Manny Malhotra. Potential here is not as great, but I think he can turn into that kind of player that he is right now. So looking down the middle, we're looking pretty good. I mean, obviously, our first-round pick doesn't really want to sign with us because there's no room on the main roster. He wants to play big minutes. I could also buy out or trade one of these younger centers, maybe try to re-sign him there. At left wing, I mean, we're obviously really good. Look at that depth we have. So I'm not too worried about getting rid of a Bill Sweat. I mean, we've already got, that's kind of scary. We might have to move one of our left wingers because right now that's looking pretty cluttered. And then also at right wing, you know, not too bad. Our right wing is a little bit more open. We got Yannick Hansen, Cassian. Andrew Gordon. I think we got him from a Washington deal or something. So we could use a little bit of work, on the right-hand side. So maybe we'll have to look into trading for a right, or picking up maybe even a free agent that's on the right wing. At defense, our top six is looking pretty nice. I'm happy with our defense right now. We're going to have to make some decisions next year, obviously, heading into that season, but that's fine. So actually, why don't we go into free agency here? Let's take one more quick look. We'll make one more trade, or we'll make one more decision right now. We want to get a right winger. And who's out there, really? I mean, we've kind of... actually, what are we looking for in terms of right winger? Real quick. We're looking for a third line, a fourth line. So right now, I'd say we're looking for at least a third liner. Andrew Gordon, not too interested in him, to be honest with you. He can be replaced easily. So we're looking for a third line right winger. So let's see what we got in terms of free agents out there. We're obviously not going to be making some big splashes right now. That'll come in the next seasons. But once we get into the games and stuff, we'll probably start we'll sim up like, a month at a time or something like that. We'll go from that, go that way. So what do we got? We got David Moss, looking for 2 years, third line checker, I guess. Eric Fair, young guy, younger than the most. I mean, 3.5. He's got 4-star shooting, 3.5-star skating. I mean, all of it across the board, pretty decent. Not too bad. Nikolai Zherdev, there's a young guy who could, he should have, you'd think he'd have decent potential, but he doesn't. Mark Mancari, we got rid of him. Jerome Sampson. Steve Bernier, not really looking to bring him in. These are like fourth liners, so. I mean, we've got a few options here. We've got David Moss, who's got some pretty decent stuff on his own. He's a little bit older than Eric Fair, but he's looking for a little bit more money. Or they're actually looking for about the same. Then there's Jordan Tutu. I mean, if we want a third-line checker, Jordan Tutu is probably the guy we want. And actually, I'm really interested in bringing him in. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract. We're going to offer him the one way. Let's bring him in for 3 years. Let's lock him down. We'll give him a little bit more than he's asking, and let's send that his way. I'm currently considering my options. I'll get back to you later. Thank you. So we sent him an option. Let's advance the day. See what we can get happening here before we call quits on this episode. Got to remember, a lot of these guys that we're sending offers to, they might not answer within 1 day, but let's see if he's still out there. I want to make sure that he's still there. Yeah, still there. Okay. So why don't we go ahead, let's go back to here. Let's go to our calendar. We're on the 7th. Let's go to the 9th right now. Sim up to that day. Come on, Tutu, you want to join the Canucks. I know you do. Just do it. We need you on that third line, grinding away, checking away. Perfect. Jordan Tutu, 29, right winger, overall 77, potential 3.5 stars. A big checker, big presence. He's going to be huge on our right wing. On that third line. So awesome that we got him. That's perfect. I think other than that, we're not going to make too many more changes here. Let's just sim up the entire month right here. Let's just go through all this, and I'll bring you guys back in once we're a little further. Actually, hold on. What do we got here? Dale Weiss has been tendered an offer sheet by the Winnipeg Jets. Bummer. That's a right winger. He was going to be our fourth liner. We do have the necessary salary cap to match this deal. So we basically have a week. We have 7 days. So I'll just say Let's remind me in 6 days and see what happens before we match that offer. But that's not too bad. $0.745 million for 2 years. I can do that. But I'll bring you guys back in once we get there. So see you guys in just a second. All right, looks like Marc-Andre Grignani accepted our offer, and he's back on board. He'll be good in the minors. Maybe he'll step up and play in top 6 for us. So let's keep on simming forward. What are we going to get? We're definitely, I think we're going to have to match that Dale Weiss. Okay, so you know what? He was offered that. I really want to keep him as our 4th line right wing, so we're going to go ahead and match that offer. There we go. He's decided to accept. Obviously, we matched it. Ryan Parent accepted. I mean, I think we're going to probably... Let's stop simming real quick. Let's check out our Mike Duco as well. Let's back on out. Let's take a look at our contract situation. See where we stand, how much space we have. We're probably pretty close to the... we're still doing great. Still got 5.7. We got some wiggle room throughout the season to make some trades. So I'm pretty happy with where we are right now. Let's go ahead and go back to our calendar. We're not going to sign anybody else, so let's just let's head on a few months, and I'll bring you guys back in once we get up to the 31st of August.